This the TempahZone podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 14 of the TempahZone podcast with your host, me, Amir Max. And wow, Will.I.am, I'm just going to go straight to the topics. I ain't got no time to waste. Will.I.am coming out here with some controversial conversation on the state of hip-hop. Now, Will.I.am says, the problem with hip-hop is everybody could do it. It doesn't take much fucking skill right now to make hip-hop. It's becoming the lowest hanging fruit. It's no longer about Rakim level, Nas level, not the deep metaphorical simile shit. Now, I had put out a poll on my Instagram story about this, and a majority of people agreed with Will.I.am. And there were some people that disagreed. Now, you're probably wondering, Amir, what do you think about these comments? Well, I'm going to be real with y'all, man. I had to think long, hard about this one because it's a tough one. Yeah, I see where Will.I.am's coming from, but ultimately, I disagree. In the 90s, 80s, there was plenty of trash music that were hits. Plenty of songs out there that weren't legitimate, lyrical, miracle type rap that were hits. Now, in today's day and age, we see the Little Pumps and the Black Boy JBs and the designers, and we say to ourselves, oh, hip-hop's over. Hip-hop's done. It's not the same what it used to be. And we completely forget about Kendrick Lamar, about J. Cole, about a guy like J.I.D. who's on the come up, a guy like Ski Mask who's pretty lyrical, a guy like Meek Mill who's being deep. We forget that these guys exist. It's really easy to say hip-hop's in this bad state, but I think the reason why we say that is because the internet. Not to play off of Childish Gambino, but I think because of the internet, we see more hip-hop, we see more things talked about, and therefore we look at it and we say to ourselves, oh, wow, hip-hop's trash, because 80% of hip-hop, of music, is going to be quote-unquote trash. 20% of it we're going to look at as genius. A lot of songs that are hits are simple, and simple does not mean smart. We look at that and we say to ourselves, "Oh, that's nothing. Oh, there's nothing to that. Oh, like it probably took them 5 minutes to make that." And so what if a song takes 5 minutes to make? Is it catchy? Did you sing along to it? Does it get stuck in your head? Is it that earworm type shit? Then okay, then you can't say nothing about it. Look, I always say this. There are two types of music, simple and genius. I don't see an in-between, man. Because once you're in that in-between, it's, the lines get kind of blurred. It's really hard to look at it, So for me personally, I just see that hip-hop is fine right now. It's still good. We still got lyrical rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop's okay, and I think a lot of people, when time goes on, we look at the past and we only look at the best of. We never want to look at the trash that came out from the past. Because you could look at the 2000s and say, oh, some real dope music came out in the 2000s. But then you got to mention Laffy Taffy and them Franchise Boys and that whole sound where rap was not sound too good. That was around like 2004, 2005, 2006. So we got to understand that when we're in the moment, it's really easy to say something's trash because we are seeing it as it unfolds. But what we got to remember is that you just got to find the dope stuff. Because a lot of times when people say rap's trash, they're talking about the hits, And it's just, we need to get a better understanding, man. What's up, man? I know you got something to say. What you got to say, Washy?
I mean, I totally agree with you. And I think that a lot of the premise of where hip-hop started, we're thinking that it's straying away from that because the sound is changing. But we got to understand that when hip-hop first came out, it needed open-mindedness to bring it in and accept it. And that foundation is always going to be there, the traditional sound. Mm-hmm. But why not add more to the sound? I mean, like you said, we can always have the Kendricks, the J.I.D.s, the J. Coles that are going to have those lyrics. Mm-hmm. But why not add another aspect to it, a catchier aspect to it, and a different vibe that's gonna take on more of the industry. Because now I'm not just listening to hip hop when I want to hear lyrics. I'm listening to hip hop when I want to just bump music in my car and night drive.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like there's different ways we can take it. Like people act like every single song has to be lyrical. Like some songs can just be fun and simple. Like it doesn't have to be this, super intense triple entendre similes all over the place type rap.
So true. I mean, like picture if conversation wise, every time you talk to like one of your buddies, one of your friends, like it was always just like a super in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that simple talking about the Pats and the Celtics, like that basic
the weather.
just
It's like it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to keep it simple,
it has its niche.
Yeah, not everything has to be genius. And a guy like Will.I.am, he's a very revered artist in the hip hop music community. So, people are going to listen to this and take it seriously because they know that he brings validity to the game. But I just think that people need to explore more of hip hop when they say that, lyrics don't matter anymore. Melody is important, flow is important, delivery, all that stuff is cool. But I still think lyrics matter at the end of the day, like Drake, for example, in Non-Stop, when he's like, I'm light-skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga. Like, everyone's like, like, you say that line's bad, but it stood out,
Right.
It stood out to you. So, like, there's many ways you could look at it.
Absolutely. My question is, who do you think that he's subtweeting in particular?
Blueface. You ever heard Blueface?
No, man. Do I wanna?
Probably not. Yeah, Blueface he's interesting. He's someone I found out about very recently.
Okay.
But Blueface, he's like he raps off beat sometimes, but not in the Outcast way. He does it in like this, just not in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can check him out. I mean, he's getting some buzz right now. He said he got a feature from Drake, so like, yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
nowadays.
that's all you get that feature from Drake, your career takes off. Look at Lil Baby, Block Boy JB. Well, Dave got a feature from Drake, and that didn't help. You remember Dave?
Yeah.
Remember that one song? Yeah.
Random that it did it.
Yeah.
I hate how they're crediting Travis Scott's first single hitting #1 to Drake.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like he did so much on his end to get there, and they're like, the headline was Drake gets Travis Scott his first #1 hit. I was like, come on.
Yeah, don't do that.
Give the guy some credit.
yeah. It's like, give that to Travis Scott, man. Like, let's let Travis Scott have his stuff.
Because that was a different category. Lil Baby came out, like, started building up, and then all of a sudden Drake, and it was boom, done. That was Drake getting him big,
No, I totally agree with you on that one, man, because it's like, Travis Scott already had that momentum behind him, whereas Lil Baby, it was building up. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake was like the cherry on top.
100%. Numbers don't lie. Trends. Like, Scott was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I totally agree with you on that one, man. But look, at the end of the day, if you agree with Will.i.am, I ain't mad at you. I see where you're coming from. But I think what people need to see is that we need to explore more hip hop. I think a lot of people don't realize that there are many artists out here, like non-big names. Like, I'm listening to Earth Gang, and they got some real like intricate stuff in their rhymes. Like Saba, he's got some intricate rhymes. Like, there's a lot of artists out here who are doing big things and who are being lyrical. And I think we just need to explore more. We got this. Look out into what we need to see and stop looking at the hits and and just blaming everything on Lil Pump and 6ix9ine. Like, there's more out there. There's a lot more out there, because those are the guys that are getting it right now. Like, Lil Yachty got it when he was first coming out. Like, he's the the face of the trash rappers and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But I feel like we could talk about this all day. So
forever, because it's such a statement, and like, I agree to it. For some artists, though, like, there's some artists who are just like trash.
Yeah,
You're saying nothing. You're helping nobody.
Yeah, I feel you, man. It's just, it's an interesting topic, and I literally could have dedicated this whole podcast to this, but I gotta move on to Mr. Meek Mill. Meek Mill. Woo! Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Nah, man, I ain't finished. I gotta talk about championships. Not championships, but yeah. But this album is really cool, man. it's great to see Meek Mill just, doing his thing. It's not like he was back. I mean, like he had wins and losses. He had what was it called? Somewhere on here. This album is called Legends of the Summer. Yeah, he had that. So, he's been doing his thing. But this album was really the I'm Back album for Meek Mill. The intro, super fire. He samples In the Air Tonight. Phil Collins. I mean, come on, man.
Yo, I was at the gym.
Come on.
I was at the gym and I turned it on, and then the sample started coming in, and I forgot I was listening to Meek Mill.
Yeah.
I took my phone off. I was like, oh man, it's still Meek.
Yeah, it's always that. You hear that 808 kick in. Yeah.
That's fire.
Hell yeah. Trauma, rapping about his time in prison, how messed up the prison system is. This song's really cool, man. Meek just giving those real bars and letting you know what's on his mind. Uptown Vibes featuring Fabulous and Annual AA. Cool track, but it didn't catch my attention like that. The beat's pretty cool, though. On Me featuring Cardi B. This song is fire, 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 fire. This song straight up slaps. Meek kills his verse. Cardi B got the better verse, though, alright? She came to deliver on this one. What's Free featuring Rick Ross and Jay-Z. One of the highlight records off this album. Had Twitter buzzing. Jay-Z just reminding people why he's the GOAT, just delivering bars on bars on bars. Rick Ross being self-aware in his verse as well, very dope. And Jay-Z, Jay-Z, man, he's the greatest rapper of all time. But when he says rapping style used by me, the HOV, look at my hair free, carefree, niggas ain't near free. Woo! Woo! Fire, I just lost it. Like after everything else he was saying and that, talking about how he's basically, he's a billionaire and in your face. I just love it, man. Respect the Game. That song's cool. I like that Meek Mill rapping about that real shit once again. Talking about how people will treat you differently when you have money and then it's gone. Just real shit, Splash Warning featuring Future, Roddy Ricch, and Young Thug. I wasn't feeling this one at all. Wasn't catchy. The features on this didn't do anything for me either. Just wasn't feeling it, man. Just wasn't feeling it. Championships. Now, this song, one of my favorite songs off this album. As soon as I heard that sample at the beginning, I knew that dope was about to happen. Telling people to stay away from them perks and guns. Just an overall good message, man. It just shows you we got the new Meek Mill in the building. Going Bad featuring Drake. It's good to see Meek and Drake back at it again. This song is okay, though. Maybe because I had high expectations, but Rico, I think that's a better one. Drake couldn't save this one for me either. I mean, he said he got more hits than the Beatles, and that made me go, oh, snap. And I don't know how true that is necessarily, because,
Yeah, I questioned that too. I was like, debatable.
The Beatles got a lot of hits,
You're getting
man.
there, bro. No, you're getting there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting there, but I don't know if he's there yet. Almost Slipped. I wasn't feeling this one. I don't like Meek singing. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I just really don't like Meek singing. He's way better at rapping. Just don't do it. Tic Tac Toe featuring Kodak Black. An okay beat, but I just didn't find it compelling. Kodak Black did add was good on the chorus. Really good addition to it. I just like Kodak Black's voice. It's very abrasive. It's in your face. You can't stay away from it. 24/7 featuring LMA. I know this song is for the ladies, but I really love this song, man. I love this song. The Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So it's just a jingle. It's just a fun record, I love when Meek gets in his R&B bag and not sing. That's when I like Meek Mill. And LMA kills it on the chorus, man. Kills it. Oodles and Noodles, baby, is okay, talking about his past and the people around him who are struggling in poverty. Very deep and very thought-provoking song. Meek just showing off his storytelling skills in this one, man, straight up. Pay You Back featuring 21 Savage. It's okay, nothing special. I can see people bumping this one heavy, though, because that beat is hard, man. And 21 Savage just comes through clutch on his verse. I really like his verse. 21 Savage makes me laugh because he goes so hard, He's so hard that he makes me laugh because it's like, oh, my God, I don't want to have no problems with you, Mr. Savage. Just one of those artists, man.
Yo, have you ever seen that video with 21 Savage and, Jake Paul?
Yes.
Oh, my. That's the most uncomfortable video in the world. 21 Savage is like, who signed me up for it with this soft kid?
His face the whole time,
He's like thinking about jumping out the door, man.
Yeah, for real. He definitely was not feeling it. He's like, how much? I wonder how much you got paid for that one, man.
Hopefully a ton.
Yeah.
Deserved it after that.
100 Summers once again. Meek just doing too much, man. Just the singing, nah, man. I like the message on this song. I really do, but everything else about it just doesn't blow me away, man. It just doesn't. With the shit featuring Melly, I like this one. The beat goes super hard. Meek hit some cool flows on this one. Melly's verse is okay. She's got a unique voice. But I see this song bumping in all types of clubs in America, especially the strip clubs. Especially, like, oh my God, this is a super strip club song. Like, it's
Magic City.
Yeah, for real. This is bumping in Magic City right now. Stuck in My Ways, nothing special about this one. The beat is okay, but I just don't go. I just don't see me going back to this one. I really don't. Now, Dangerous featuring Jeremiah and PNB Rock. It's just a great song, man. Jeremiah and PNB Rock give a great performance on this one, as well as Meek. There's a reason why they took this song off of Legends Off of Summer and put it on here, because this song is just fire. Like, that chorus is just beautiful. I love this one. This is another song for the ladies that I like off this album. I like all the songs that are for the ladies off this album, but I mean, I can't, I don't know. They're just...
No, you're totally right. Something about his flow and how it, like, hits so hard, but it works on R&B songs. When he doesn't sing, it just works so well.
Man.
Like,
yeah, for
you're
real.
So right.
Yeah, I just love it. I love it. And, you know, it's good that they didn't end it on this. They ended on Cold Hearted 2, and I love this beat. They sampled The Weeknd. I think it's I Was Never There they sampled. And this was also in a good beat, man. You use The Weeknd in any way, it's going to make a dope song. Solid intro, talking about loyalty over royalty and how he's got a dude that's in prison for life. And they still got their friendship because money don't mean nothing. Loyalty over royalty. That's some hard shit right there. But overall, this is the new Meek Mill right here. I love this album. Well, let me not say I love this album. I love this album in the way that, like, I like that Meek Mill is become a new person. I'm not saying necessarily that, like, oh, like, I love every song off this album, because I don't. My favorite songs off this album are the intro, What's Free, Championships, 24/7, and Dangerous. I really like these songs. And it's just overall, we see that Meek Mill is officially a Philly legend. Like, there's no way he's not at this point. He's surpassed so many feats, man, and it's really dope to see. Is this album overrated? Yeah, a little bit.
I think
just a little bit.
so.
It's good, but
I think it has an intangible factor.
Yeah.
So we saw Meek Mill go through everything that he's talking about, and we don't get to see that depth portrayed through albums as much anymore.
Yeah.
So we saw him get locked up and go through that whole trial, and then he came out and he dropped an album telling us about it, and we knew it was real, so we know it's genuine.
Yep.
And it has an intangible to it, and I think that's why we're all like,
yeah,
word, Meek, word.
Yeah, that's so true, man. That's so true. No, I feel you on that, because that's like we're just happy to see Meek be here and doing his thing and being a changed man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, brother.
Now, I gotta get on to Ski Mask's album, and I'm gonna review this album just as quick as this album was. This was like a 30-minute album with 16 songs. I like Ski Mask, man. Before I get into this, I'm gonna let you know that I like Ski Mask's album more than I like Meek Mill's album. Hot take. All right. So High is a chill start to the album. Not what I was expecting from Ski Mask considering his other bodies of work, but it's good to see him take on a new sound. Nuketown featuring Juice WRLD, fire, 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 fire. Starting off with a sample from Mortal Kombat with the round one fight. I was like, oh snap. Pure aggression on this song, Juice WRLD hitting a different type of sound. This is the type of song that you mosh to, man. It's the type of shit that people just go crazy with. Foot Fungus. Fire, 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 fire. Another one, man, just litty. It's called Foot Fungus. If you make a song called Foot Fungus, it better be lit. Like, you can't make a song called Foot Fungus and be bad. But the flow on this. The flow on this and the flow. And once again, the flow. Just way too catchy. The dude can say anything and it will sound dope. I want to hear Ski Mask rap the phone book, and it would probably be fire. Just because the way he, enunciates and delivers. La is a dope one. Comes through with the flow. Ski Mask just doing his thing. I just wasn't crazy on the chorus. Not that catchy to me. Unbothered, I couldn't help but make that stank face to this one, man. Ski Mask just has so much character when he spits, it's insane. Save Me Part 2 featuring Austin Lamb. This is Ski Mask, back to the chill vibes. While this song is okay, it is very obvious that Ski Mask is better at being aggressive than chill. Adult Swim is cool. The beat's very raw, but not much going on. I don't know. He's got some interesting punchlines in it. He's like, cause she got a diaper booty like Cupid. Like, who says that? Like, it's just a weird line to say, but Ski Mask can get away with it, man. Far Gone featuring Lil Baby. When I saw Lil Baby on this one, I was like, oh no, the song's gonna be really dope or terrible, and I didn't like it. Boring chorus. I just was not feeling this track. Along with that, the beat wasn't anything special. Lil Baby doesn't do anything to reel me in either. And I think if you've been listening to this podcast enough, you know I'm not too a fan. I'm not a fan of Lil Baby like that. I like the wham, 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 bitch from Lil Baby line. That's a funny line, but, everything else is just there. Get Geeked, once again, Ski Mask coming through with a crazy flow. Really like this one. I love how he makes the beat come alive with his delivery. He does a real, real good job on doing that. Reborn to Rebel. This is that type of song that is perfect for a live performance. Like, it would get the crowd super hype. The beat's cool. The chorus is dope. Just overall good song. Faucet Failure. Ooh, now this one I really like. I couldn't help but move to this one. This one's definitely good for the clubs. Like, this is a really, really good club record. And he gives a shout out to XXXTentacion on this one. If you didn't know, Ski Mask and X were very, very good friends, So, they had to, he had to make that happen. He had to. You and I, it seems that Ski Mask is hit or miss with his choruses on this album, because I just wasn't feeling the melody on this one. I don't know, man. He needs to work on his chorus game. He does everything else great, but the chorus game is just hit or miss. And Cat Piss featuring Lil Yachty. This one's really good. I was very shocked to like this one. Ski Mask goes straight into the fast flow on this one. I like the chorus on this one too. And Lil Yachty coming through with a good verse. Like, really good verse. I was surprised. I did not expect Lil Yachty to do that. But overall, Ski Mask did a good job at showing what makes him special. Unique flows and crazy one-liners is what Ski Mask does the best. And I still feel he hasn't reached his full potential yet. It's only up for here for Mr. Ski Mask, the Slump God, and I can't wait. And if you're mad at me for liking this album more than Meek, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for dope flow. I don't know. I can't help it. You might be saying, oh, but Meek's talking about more real shit. Well, I don't know. Just didn't compel me enough, man. All right? I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you for saying that, because I was looking for the right words to say on that one, because I know I might get some flack for liking Ski Mask's album more than Meek's album, but it's just how I feel, man, It's just...
No, but honestly, I've been on the fence about Ski Mask, and I haven't listened to the album, so I'm probably going to bump it on the ride home, and if I do end up liking it, You'll put me on.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that's on record. If I end up a Ski Mask fan, that's
man.
why.
Oh yeah. All right. TempahZone podcast. We back. Now that we back, I'm going to talk to my special guest now. He's been here, but chopping it up with some topics, but we going to break it down about his shit and what he's on to, man. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Washy. Washy, how's it going, man?
Doing well. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you on, man. It's really dope, man. I'm glad we making these moves happen, I got
Power moves only.
Yeah, man. Yo, I found you on Instagram, and I really like the music that you're making, so I had to have you on, man. I had to make it happen. So I got to ask you, man, who are some of your inspirations of music?
So it's going to sound kind of typical, but I grew up on the Niagara Falls Canadian border on the U.S. side. So... around like 2007, 2008, we started hearing about this kid off Degrassi that was making some like sensitive music. So I got into Drake and watched his whole career from front to back.
Wait, Jimmy's a rapper? No.
Dude, you should check him out.
What? What? The guy from Degrassi?
I think he's still making music.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh, wow. Huh.
But he basically put a different aspect on the rap game with singing and rapping, and
Yeah, man.
I was
Changed
doing
everything.
exactly. I was doing pop music at the time. I was in some bands. We were pretty popular in like the Western New York area, and I mean, I started rapping because I've always been a hip hop fan, but I haven't been into that side of it. So I guess like he really put me on to my vision. And of course, I'm not one of those people that just kind of replicate him. Like I did my own thing.
Yeah.
But I saw him from the beginning, and I was like, I want to do that too.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kid Cudi started coming out with things, and I guess the two of them in the beginning were huge inspirations to be like, you can do this side of music.
Yeah, man. Yo, Drake and Kid Cudi have done a lot for hip hop, man. They just let you know, like, hey, you can use melody too, and you don't have to be as good as a singer as Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you can make it happen. I mean, like, you got a good singing voice, so like you good. Like, you don't gotta worry too much like about that. Like a guy like me, like I gotta worry. You know, I need my auto tune. You know what I'm saying? Like you like. Everyone uses auto-tune, I mean, but like you definitely have more of a natural sound to your songs, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, man. What made you want to start making music? What was like that one day where like, all right, I gotta start doing this?
So I was 6 years old, I think, 5 or 6, and my grandparents took me to Toys R Us. I had like $80 that I saved up from X amount of birthdays, and I just bought a guitar with it. And from then on out, I was just making bangers.
Yeah, man. Bangers, man.
Bangers, man. It all started at Toys R Us.
Dang, man. Toys R Us, where the dreams come true, man.
Yeah, but I was always around like different demographics of people that were listening to different types of music. So I think that was the coolest thing to me.
Yeah,
just
man.
like kind of getting that piece of culture when you are around different people. So I kind of took that and ran with it.
Hell yeah, man. No, that's really dope. I mean, I always let people know, like, when it comes to making music, I don't care what you're doing. If you play an instrument, that's going to help you a lot. Like, just knowing one instrument, it just helps the creative juices flow, you know what I'm saying? So it's good that you took that on, man, because a lot of people out here, you know, they're making music and they don't know how to play an instrument. It's not necessary, but
You're right. It's perspective. It gives you a different perspective of
Oh
things.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Now, who would you compare your style of music to?
I mean, so I kind of feel I'm trying to pave a way with my own style and not latch on to anybody else. I think maybe I got a little bit of a Mike Stud sound to me.
Okay, yeah, Mike Stud's good, man. Mike Stud is making moves, yo.
He's making moves, bro.
Yeah, man.
Dating a Victoria's Secret model now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she just did her first show. What was it, like 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm not surprised. He comes off as the dude that would be dating the Victoria's
his last
Secret
name's
model.
Stud.
Yeah, his last name's Stud, man. Like, you know, the dude knows who he is, so.
So I'd say like I'd compare myself to him a little bit. I'll always have that Drake foundation, but I don't try to sound like him.
Yeah, I definitely get a Drake vibe from your music, and that's a good thing.
Okay, people say that a lot, but I don't like to go out there and be like, I sound like
say-
Drake.
Yeah, you don't want to say, don't do that. Yeah, don't ever say, all artists out there, never say you sound like Drake.
Yeah, rule of thumb,
Yeah,
please. That's how you get everybody to exit a room. Like,
oh, this motherfucker.
yeah, like this guy.
Yeah, he's saying he sounds like Drake. Oh.
And then
The
there's some pop in there. I think there's a little bit.
Yeah,
of...
you got that pop influence in you too, man. Yeah, so and that's good because I feel like there's not a lot of that. I really don't. I think a lot of people are going straight hardcore rap, or they're going like they're trying to do the Weekend sound. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
That dark, cloudy R&B type stuff. You know what I mean? So that hip hop wave is definitely a good lane to get into. You know, I think more artists are needed in that. So it's definitely good you fit in that one, man, for real. Now, what sets you apart from other singers? What makes you think that, you know, your sound is different than others?
A couple of things. One, what we were just talking about, I feel like people either go straight into the rap side of things for the flow or straight into the R&B side of things. And I feel like I kind of come in with a three-prong approach where I have flow in numerous songs
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're like, oh wait, this kid can actually rap.
Yeah.
And it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then I'll go into like a singy-songy R&B, and then I'll go into pop. So I think it's you don't know what you're gonna get.
Mhm.
And I think that's the coolest thing about music, especially right now. We were touching on it earlier. People get into these formulas. I have an artist in mind. I don't want to drop their name and talk about it, but they get into these formulas and all their stuff sounds the same. You know it's about to happen. And it's like, you don't know if I'm about to go in and rap with like tight flow or like sing songy or going with like a pop mainstream type vibe.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's one aspect out of it. And then I think the other is kind of where I'm at in life is different than a lot of artists out right now. I went for the corporate life and I did sales and I do pharmaceutical sales now.
Nice.
So
Get that money.
yeah, I'm going backwards. I'm trying to get the money to invest in the career. I feel like,
yeah.
which I envy people that have the time during their day, like hip hop artists out there right now that have time to just work on music all time.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's a good chunk of it. And I envy them. I think that's so awesome. But I'm like the voice of the corporate world looking to live their passion. I feel like that's a lot of people out there right now, and it can definitely speak to them.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Yeah, you definitely have relatable lyrics. You know, you're not just singing about how you're the man. You know what I'm saying? You actually like sound like a real dude. You know what I'm saying? And like that's definitely needed too. I think a lot of people nowadays like when I see Black, that dude just does him. He just does his style, and people like it because he's not trying to conform to nobody else. So
Couldn't agree more.
yeah, so it's good that you're getting in that pocket, man, because we need more of that, you know? Like, we definitely need more people out here that just say it like it is, you know what I'm saying?
Real,
Yeah,
like real.
Just be real, like, be yourself, you know? A lot of people out here just trying to be Mr. Cool Guy all the time.
I know that fake confidence, man. It's just like, it can't be every song. Sometimes you feel like the man and you record that, but there's no way that you felt like the man for 15 songs.
No, yeah, there's no way.
like you're a person.
Yeah, well, it's like it wasn't one time where you felt like shit. Like, we're human, you know? Like, all humans have, you know, we all go through things every day. We don't always feel great all the time, so it's good that people reflect that in their music, you know, and, you know, that's what certain artists are for. Some artists are here to be party bitches, hoes, all, you know, like that type. That's their song, that's their stuff.
True.
And then there's other people out here that just rap about everyday life, you know, and you gotta find your lane, you know.
Like Waka Flocka. Like when I want to listen to Waka Flocka, I want to listen to Waka Flocka.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that definitely has its niche. You're right.
We're just trying to get hype, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. Speaking of Waka Flocka, you heard that he's done with music?
What?
Yeah, he's done with music. He said he's grown out of hip hop. Yeah.
Shoot.
No more Waka Flocka, man. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, though.
Just dropping that on me.
I know, man. I thought I'd let you know. Just
No, thank you. I read Gucci Mane's book, and it
Mhm.
kind of touched on how he started his career and all that. So it's crazy that Gucci's still going and Waka's calling it quits.
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. I
Hey.
mean, because Waka's a unique figure, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Sometimes people just gotta let go of certain things, man. It is what it is.
He tore up the Summer Boat Cruise series. He crushed
Waka
it.
or
Waka.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's a crazy live performer. I actually saw him live at the Song Center one time. So
Dope.
yeah, it was pretty dope. Got to see Waka live, man.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's aggressive.
For real. Now, what do you focus on the most when it comes to music? What's that one thing where you like, all right, this has to be right?
It sucks. I'm a perfectionist, like, and when it comes to
As most musicians are.
So I focus on not being a perfectionist because I feel like music is an art and it can't be perfect. So when you try too hard to make it perfect, it comes out sounding forced. So I stress on just letting some things go sometimes, Brandon. Like, just let it do its part. So I think that freestyling in the booth like does a lot for that, because I'll do like a verse for a minute and a half and I'll say stuff and I'll be like, I don't know if that sounded good. I'll be like, oh damn, like that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it's just like just letting it happen.
So yeah, just letting the vibe go, letting the song take itself to where it goes, and just like kind of follow the vibe.
Yeah, man, that's good, because sometimes when you force things, you're just overdoing it, and the next thing you know, you end up with this you're trying to be genius when you should have been simple.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like you were touching on earlier,
Mhm.
genius and simple.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that shit.
That's a good point. And also the other thing is not forcing my mood. Like say I'll have a awesome day where I'm crushing it in sales or whatever, and I'll start a song and I'll get to like the second verse. When I'm like having a horrible day 2 weeks later, I'm trying to stop where I go in and try to record that song again. It's like, dude, like, no, like record a different song. That's not your vibe right now. So just fit in the mood of where I'm at.
Yeah,
is huge.
Definitely. Yeah. Just honing in on what's going on in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it's all about. Now I gotta ask you about the music, man. Like the music that you've been making. I gotta ask you, what inspired you to make the song Eastside?
So that's crazy story. So Eastside was written. I'll segue back. So in September, I just finished Never Enough. I finished Night Shifts. I played Rooftop Down the Street,
Nice.
and then I played at the Summer Boat Cruise series, and I was just cranking. Momentum was cranking, and I was like, you got to do another song because like you're getting all this attention.
Oh yeah.
And I just forcing myself in the studio, forcing myself up till like sunrise, like just like would be drinking way too much, just try to stay awake and all that. And then it's morbid, but then Mac died that week, and I was just like, it was just way too many parallels to him forcing himself to make music. So I was like, I gave it one more shot, and I was up till like 6 a.m. on a Saturday while everyone's like enjoying themselves. And I was like, I gotta take a step away from this for like mental health, because I have like a life I have to live as well.
For real, man.
So I took a step back, and then I indefinitely, and Eastside was kind of like, okay, like we understand that this, you have to grind for music, but you have to worry about yourself too, like mental health and all that. So I came back, and that's why it's like the beginning of the chorus of Eastside is kind of like I don't know where I want my life to go, talking about like, do I want to do this like day job thing, do I want to do this rap thing? And then it's just like, we're gonna do both. Like the second half of is like, I'm a
hell yeah, man.
It goes in and it's like, okay, I got my swag back, and then I just went in and talked about everything I went through in the past month, where I was just contemplating what the heck was going on. But yeah, Mac's like death, like it hit me hard because tragic. I understood it way too much, and it was one of the first people that our generation saw from like 15 years old to like where it was. So, and
a well-respected figure in the rap game. Like,
yeah,
no one had anything bad to say about Mac Miller.
Exactly, like he wasn't a snake. Like he didn't throw any bad vibes at anybody.
No allegations, nothing, no dirty history.
Exactly, man.
Just a clean cut dude,
So yeah, that was kind of like going through that phase and then bouncing back at it like
Hell
twice, like 2 levels up, and be like, because when you go through stuff and you make it to the other end, you're that much better of a person, or that much further than you were in whatever path you're going through. So that was Eastside.
Yeah, man. Nah, because I knew there was something special about that track when I heard it. I was like, I gotta ask Washy about this, man, because there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? But I think more so you had a lot to say on Night Shifts. What inspired you to make that song?
So Night Shifts is kind of like, I guess I'm a huge Gary V guy. Gary Vaynerchuk is the man, and he talks about that side hustle, that night side hustle. So I was like, I wanted to make a song that, because that's always a grind. It sounds like a grind. I wanted to make a song that made it sound lit, and I was like, I've been working night shifts trying to get the night lit. And that was one where I had to like throw my voice and try to be, because I wanted that like grungy auto-tune sound in the back. And that was the hardest part for me, because I was hitting the notes and I was trying to like not hit the notes so it sounded grungy.
Yeah.
And then I threw like a part of it at the second part of the chorus for like all my boys that were out like partying the whole time. So it was like, there's nowhere I'd rather be, bottles in the VIP, pour another shot for me, it's smoother than a melody. Like that was kind of like, gave it like that, like what they were doing vibe.
Oh yeah.
So that I was just trying to give it like a positive message instead of like a grungy feel.
Yeah, no, I feel you, and it's good that it's good that you mentioned Gary V, and that was your inspiration to this song, because when it comes to making music and pushing this music career, there's a lot of things that people, we gotta live regular lives, you know what I'm saying? There's other things that we do. I think a lot of people, like even people close to you who follow you on your social medias, they don't realize that you do things, on a day-to-day basis. It's not just, you're not just making music 24/7,
Right,
you
dude.
know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't understand that. I think they don't think that, you do other things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So true, and it puts pressure on ourselves to live this life like we don't live another one.
yeah.
And that goes back to the East Side song. It all comes full circle, but
That's good, man. Yeah, for real. I think that's good, man. I think a lot of people need to understand that as up and coming musicians, we do regular things as well. We're not just always making music, and we're not always doing shows. Like trust me, there's a lot to it.
We'd love to be.
sacrifice. There's a lot of
Yeah.
sacrifice. There's a lot of shit we don't show you or don't want to show. A lot of the tough times. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all it's not all sunny days.
Exactly, man. And that's a tough part about social media is everything now. It's back
man.
to Gary Vee. He dwells on it. Like, you need, even businesses now that are working out of traditional businesses, working out of word of mouth, like, they need social media presence or they're going to fall.
Oh, yeah.
But us building our brand on social media, we're just putting attention on us, focus every single move, and we're forced to be more positive and, like, live like everything's always okay.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely, man. It's
Which can be a benefit, you can, sometimes just smiling makes everything better.
yeah, man, for real. No, for real. You just got to keep that positive mindset and just know what you're going for, and block out any negativity, because when that negativity creeps in, your thoughts become things. So you better be
Factual.
Be careful of those negative thoughts.
Good vibes, good times, clean business, baby.
Tunnel visions. Keep it rolling. Those are my sayings, man.
We are rolling.
Yeah, man. For real. Yo, man, we running out of time, but is there anything you want to plug for the people? Anything for the social medias you want to follow on?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at WashyXXC, also on Twitter at WashyXXC, and
Everything the same.
Facebook as well. Want to give a shout out to Syndicate Clothing. They've been repping me for over a year now.
Hey.
They've watched the whole thing. So shout out to Syndicate. They're right out of Chelsea, Massachusetts, making huge moves. They get featured on Love and Hip Hop. Partnerships with Crocs could go on and on. Shout out to the Reflect brand. They sent me a backpack a couple weeks ago, and they're grinding, man. Like, all made in America material. Shout out to Drums and Ammo. I'm repping the sweater right now. Awesome material.
Brands on deck.
Shout out to my squad. Shout out to Tom Broman picking up the photography gig. They're in Colombia with Benji right now.
Word, man.
And yeah, that's shout out city over here.
Yeah, no, you gotta shout out the people, man.
Shout
Let
out to
them
the
know.
little bro too, Cam.
Hey,
Always.
man. Word up. Yo, Washy, I appreciate it. Thank you for being on, dog.
Thank you so much for having me, Amir. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, man. For sure.
Pleasure. There we go.
Hey, pleasure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is episode 14 of the TempahZone podcast. Shout out to PRX Podcast Garage for hooking it up with the high quality sounds. Until next time, y'all. Peace.